Welcome on back everybody to another week of alternate universe mode here in WWE 2K19. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. It is another big night in our alternate universe mode tonight from San Antonio, Texas. Let's get into the match card straight away here. You'll see there is only 4 matches. For some reason that's what the game gave me to work with this week. We do though have a 5th one that we will get into shortly, but the ones listed here are good enough for me. We got A-List Born tonight in the championship tournament, and he's going up against Tyson Schmidt. So opposite ends of the scales, these two, which would make obviously A-List the favourite, but never say never here. I suppose Tyson and Jordan have both been known to pull off the odd upset, so we'll see how that one turns out. Then interestingly, in this one we've got Dixon Armstrong, who, even though George Blake is back, still doesn't seem to be able to move past Robinson and Buster England at the moment, so he needs to get his mind right tonight against Alpha Jackson, who last time we heard from him, let's not forget, wasn't 100% sure whether he still had it in him to do this anymore after injuring his brother, but he's got a lot of support outside the ring. The rest of the industry's there other than the new busy GM. And then we go to Johnny Justice versus Aiden Horton. I could be wrong about this, but I think this is the first time that we've seen Johnny since he officially has signed with Stephen York. He also has the Viking Warrior outside with him, so plenty of backup there. And Aiden Horton also having Omar with him outside as well. Let's not forget that Cornerstone have been in great form lately, so interesting one, that one, as is this one. This for me is one to look forward to. It's going to be strength and power versus speed and resiliency in this one. The thing that makes it really intriguing, to me at least, is both of these two have been in really good form as of late, so it is actually going to be quite tough to call who's going to come out on top in that one. But that is what we've got planned for tonight. Now, like I said, there was another match, and we're going to jump into that now and how that came about, so let's go ahead and do that. It was scheduled for later in the night, this match. It was supposed to be the guy you just saw there, Travis Turner. Saw Franklin Majors just walk in and start talking to him in the food area, the cafeteria if you want to call that. I don't know what was said, obviously we've only got visuals here at the moment, but Travis catches a powerbomb for his troubles, and Franklin was not done there again. As far as I know, these two haven't crossed paths, so I don't know what caused this, but you see here again, Franklin wasn't happy with his one powerbomb finish. He decided to go for a second one, said something to Travis there, picks him back up and throws him right in towards our cameraman there that thankfully was present backstage to catch all this. Franklin, you would think, was done there, but no, he was not. You see that he's picked Travis up. Travis is out on his feet, and for good measure he catches a 3rd powerbomb. Now, Franklin wouldn't be done there either, because a little bit later in the night you see Cameron just walking out of our new GM's office there, and Franklin sees him. This was supposed to be Travis Turner's opponent, so of course you know what's going on here and why he's doing this. For some reason, at this point when this was happening, I thought he didn't want that match to go ahead. But I was wrong about that, as you will see very shortly. We've got him just absolutely carrying Cameron over to the table, and yep, you know what's coming here. Straight through the table goes Cameron. Now, under Bailey's management, you would know that there were repercussions coming for Franklin for doing that and not being sporting like that. But what we didn't see when the cameras went off was, after taking out Cameron, Franklin Majors went straight to our new GM, Spike Jackson, and demanded a match match against Cameron Oxley here tonight. Now, he demanded it instantly as well. I'm just trying to figure out in my mind in what reality the GM, the new GM Spike Jackson, sees that as fair and just, and it kind of sheds a light, I suppose, on what kind of GM he's going to be. The fact that we are seeing Franklin Majors get what he wants for basically disrupting that match. Now, we did hear from the GM a week or two ago talking about how these matches that we were supposed to be seeing at the moment, for instance Cameron Oxley versus Travis Turner, were still matches that were signed off and made by Bailey Dudley. And I just wonder if that's got anything to do with the fact that he was more than happy tonight to just let Franklin go and disrupt that match and have one of his own. Who knows? Lots and lots of questions. But for me, after what we've just seen, you can see yourselves here, can see that Franklin is a supreme athlete. He's in such good condition, but he's looking really, really confident, and well, why wouldn't he be after what he's just done? He's against a banged up opponent in Cameron Oxley, who of course is going to jump at this chance to get himself some exposure. Why wouldn't you? He hasn't really had many, and he's not had the most successful start here in our universe. So I'm really, really not surprised that we're seeing him come out here and accept this match. And of course, on his point of view as well, he's going to be extremely angry, a little bit beaten up and frustrated about what's just happened, and the fact that he is having to compete in the condition, because there's no way, guys, no way at all is he 100% after what's just happened. We've just seen him driven through a table. God knows what kind of condition Travis Turner's in. On that last powerbomb, I don't know if you guys caught that, but the back of his skull bounced straight off the floor, and it was backstage. There's no mats or protection there, so we'll have to try and get an update. Maybe that's something that Jacob could do for us backstage and update us with that. But at the moment, I have no idea what condition he's in. Obviously, he wasn't in condition to fight, so we end up with Franklin Majors versus Cameron Oxley to kick off week 22 of our alternate universe mode. It seems crazy to be saying that, but that is where we are. I don't expect this to be a very competitive match given what's just gone on backstage. You can see that Franklin, quite ruthlessly and cleverly, you have to say, he's going straight after that back that he is just beaten and driven through the table backstage. No wasted motion from him there. Everything at the moment is on the back, and already Cameron Oxley needs to get himself a bit of breathing room. And Franklin there, wise beyond his years, did not follow Oxley outside, which is where Oxley would probably want this match to go at this point in time. Just try and hit something big outside and swing the momentum of this match, because at the moment Majors is absolutely just dominating Oxley, using the damage that he's already done, as I mentioned, backstage. And there is that shoulder block that we've seen that started it all backstage as well. Again, I just can't see in what reality this is even fair on Oxley. Is this the road that we're going down now in this universe with Spike in charge? A big Simone drop there. Of course, Majors is looking great at the moment, but he was always going to be, this was always going to be a squash match, if you like, after what happened backstage. Showing impressive strength there. Look, listen, don't get me wrong, we've just mentioned it. Franklin Majors is an absolutely supreme athlete. He's in probably the peak of his condition, you've got to say. He's going for the cover here. It's just a 1 count, which is quite surprising, actually. But yeah, he didn't need to go and do what he did backstage. I know he wanted a match. I kind of, in a way, understand, yes, that look at that for a move. Understand that he wants exposure, he wants some TV matches. Everybody on this roster does. So I kind of, like playing devil's advocate here, understand Here is that devastating powerbomb that we've just seen take out Travis Turner backstage. It's 1, it's 2, and it is 3. No surprise there, really. Franklin Majors beats Cameron Oxley. There should be an asterisk next to that in the record books, but of course there won't be. But yeah, I understand the taking out of Travis Turner in a way. I don't condone it, but I understand it. But then he didn't need to get an edge on Oxley tonight. With all due respect to Cameron, Franklin could have won this match without that backstage, but he wanted an edge, and to be fair to him, he used it. And I don't agree with this match even of being given the go-ahead. I don't agree with the way that he's picked up the win, but at the end of the day, Franklin Majors has done exactly what I just said. He has indeed picked up a win. Not an impressive win, not by any means, but it's a win all the same. And let's face it, guys, this is competition. You want to move up the ladder, up the pyramid, up the rankings here in this universe. It is all about wins and losses, and well, Franklin Majors seems to be a man who is dialed into that mentality straight away, picking up his second win in our universe. And well, it is now time to go into the planned matches that we had. But before we do that, I've just been informed that our cameras have actually caught up with something just outside while we've been watching that freeze frame. And I don't know what on earth's being said here, but George and Franklin are having what seems to be a heated conversation about something there. It's probably regarding what we've seen tonight before the match is what I should say, because that's not something that we've come to expect from either George or Dixon Armstrong. So he's got a bit of a different client on his hands here, and maybe, just maybe, I'm just speculating here, that they're having a difference in opinion. Who knows? But like I mentioned, it's time for the planned matches of the evening. And first up, we had A-List Born, and he has managed to, probably to most of us by now, unsurprisingly, and I mean this with the greatest of respect to the Smiths, picked up the victory in a one-on-one situation. Look, the Smiths are probably just looking forwards now to getting this tournament section of our universe over, because in singles competition they have found it really, really tough going. And I think A-List was probably just capitalised is the word I was looking for on that, and gets himself yet another victory tonight. A-List is doing pretty well for himself, it has to be said. He's not the biggest guy on the roster, but does keep upsetting people in his matches, so I'm sure he's hoping that will continue, and congratulations to him tonight. A much needed win here for Alpha Jackson. I believe he had that seed of doubt in his mind. Again, the numbers game did come into play in this one tonight. George might not have had his eye on the ball either after his heated exchange with Franklin Majors earlier. But with Franklin winning and Dixon not, it has to be said, if George wants success, maybe the Franklin Majors model is what's going to take him there. But now it's time for our first televised match of the evening. Our second one, sorry, but our first tournament match of the evening, which is going to see the new and improved Johnny Justice under the full-time guidance now of Stephen York, and it does not help to have a training partner the caliber of Max Rutan, the Viking Savage Warrior, in his corner as well. So it's a new day for Johnny at the moment here. He's got himself some new gear by the looks of it, a new look. Looks pretty confident, it has to be said. I've heard that they've switched things up in training, and we already know how proficient Johnny is with his catch wrestling style, with his jiu-jitsu, his Muay Thai and things like that, but he's learning some of what Max has been doing, and that can only be a good thing. And on that note as well, Rutan is also, you would probably imagine he doesn't really need to switch things up at the moment, Rutan, but he is learning some of the traits of Johnny as well, which is just going to make him even stronger here. It's going to make Johnny stronger as well, and the future in this alternate universe of ours looks bright for Stephen York at the moment, it has to be said. But don't discount Aidan Horton. Cornerstone have been on a real good run lately, ever since Almar stepped into the ring himself. Cannon Diamond is not here tonight. I don't know where he is or what he's doing, but yeah, he's, well, evidently not here. So will that affect Cornerstone? They're used to all being together. They're a pretty solid unit, this lot. So without Cannon, that could offset them a little bit tonight, maybe. But they're in great form. Aidan Horton, for somebody who doesn't want to really be here, that could come into effect as well tonight. I don't know if he's warming to this or not yet, or whether he's just doing it for his stable buddies. But yeah, it's well documented that he would just rather be at home on his own, doing his own thing. So we'll see how this plays out, but the refreshed look of Johnny Justice and the confidence that seems to have brought him, and the switch up in the training, it's a lot that's been going on in that little stable there, and we'll see. You see already here the big heavy strikes. That will definitely be something that he's learned from Rutan. Oh, but nice suplex there, and a nice float over as well. The ring positioning was the only thing wrong with that. Maybe Horton could have caught Justice by surprise early, but well, he's going back to his ground game, as you would expect. We've seen him use this stretch muffler quite a lot, Johnny, and he looks to be a little bit leaner, does Justice as well. So you can already see a lot of the training that's going on behind the scenes with these three seems to really be paying off at the moment, but we're still a long way of finding out whether it's going to get the result here tonight. Nice gut wrench suplex there from Horton, who's got to everybody, to be fair, in this universe will have improved by now. So there are no easy matches here, especially when at the moment, while we're still in this tournament, which is nearing its end now, by the way, after what we heard the new GM say. But yeah, every match at this point really still counts. There's points available for every single match, and Johnny there is just saying, you want to do a gut wrench, that's fine, but I can do it better. And the execution of Johnny's did look a little bit better. You saw Horton splash off the floor as soon as he hit it there, and into the chin lock now, just putting all that weight across the neck, making it difficult for Horton to breathe. Just taking a minute as well. It's good pacing himself here, because the match did start hard hitting, like pretty high tempo offense, and at the moment Johnny Justice using his wherewithal, his know-how to just slow the pace down, get himself a breather, and then go straight back to the heavy hitting offense with the double German here. He's still not let go yet, Justice. There is the triple German suplex, beautifully done into the cover, no wasted motion. 1, 2, 3. It is as well. Wow, I thought he might kick out of that, but no, that is a dominant win from Johnny Justice there. I like what I've seen from him tonight. Mixed his game up really well, come out aggressive with the heavy strikes. That weren't working for him really, so he switched up, went back to his ground game, took time out to recapture, recompose himself, recapture his breath, then delivered the heavy offense with a German suplex, and that was, well, the triple German suplex I should say, and that was enough for him to get the win tonight. So very, very impressive from Johnny Justice. And it's back to the drawing board once again. Cornerstone will be hoping that this doesn't bring that bad momentum back. They'll need a win next time out. It will probably be Cannon, I would imagine, next time, trying to pick things back up for them. But good win for Johnny Justice, and like I said, the future's looking bright for that Stephen York faction at the moment. But now, as the lights go down, it is time for the one and only Hayabusa Kang here. He is on a massive roll, as we mentioned earlier. Really starting to stack the wins up now. He's found something that's working for him, and the purging of this universe that we've got going here has most definitely begun. He has had some really impressive wins as well, not just wins, one of them including the first and only win at this point against the Viking Warrior's name. That is something that he and he alone owns at the moment. He's not the biggest guy in this universe, far from it, but he has found something and it is working wonders for him, and still it is an absolute moment every single time this man steps into the arena. And his opponent tonight, Brock Cruz, well, everything that I've just said about HBK can also be said about this man Brock Cruz. He has been so impressive lately, building that confidence. He's also somebody who has definitely found something, and it's working for him as well, because he's been stacking the wins, I believe last time out for the first time in his career, possibly. Again, if I'm wrong about that, guys, use the comments box below and let me know, bring me up to speed. But I'm pretty sure that it's the first time he's put a hat-trick of wins together. If not, and I am wrong about that, then well, I'm wrong about it, but it'll be the first time in a while he has done that. And considering he is somebody who really does thrive on confidence, the fact that he's now starting to put the wins together and make it all count makes him that much more dangerous than he ever was before. So this match, it's a very, very intriguing one, because they are both at the top of their games right now, respectively. Both recently come into form as well, and it is gonna be the age-old power and strength versus speed, agility, stamina. Who's got the bigger heart here as well? He's gonna come into things, I would imagine. It's just, yeah, because they're in such good form at the same time and meeting at that point as well, is what makes this so difficult to call. Visually, I don't see really how you can go against Brock Cruz here, but that can be said every single time that HBK steps into the match. But he's not letting it stop him. He's definitely not. There's that back elbow that we see so often from Cruz there. Yeah, he's not letting it hold him back. He's probably the hottest on the roster right now, I would say. And with the tournament coming to an end, he's putting things together at the right time, I would go as far as to say as well. He weren't never going to get the cover that early in the match, but just shooting a message mentally out there to Cruz that he's not here to play. It's all about business for him. He will take that victory as quickly as he can get it, any way that he can get it as well. And Brock's got to be aware of that as we go to the neck crank now from Kang, who, like I said, has really, his mission was to come here and purge everything about this industry. He's chose our universe to do it in, and he started to do that lately. The savageness of the Viking was shut down against Kang, and yeah, he brought out a different side actually in Rutan as well, with the handshake at the end of that match, if I'm thinking about the right one. It's kind of strange to see that, but that's what he does. There's a mysticism about him at the moment, definitely. And yeah, he's on the right track at the moment, but so is Brock as well. And both of them, if they're a wild card, just the one count there for Brock, sending the same message back to Kang, I suppose there. But if either of these, because I think it may be a little bit too late for them to get into the top three now, but again, I could be wrong about that. The results, by the way, of all these recent matches and the table, I can confirm will be in the next episode. That's straight from Spike Jackson himself. He's had to, of course, get used to his surroundings as Spike and get on top of things, see what Bailey was doing and how he was running things, and then implementing his own ideas as well. So he has confirmed that we will be seeing the tables come back next week to bring you all up to speed on everything that's going on here where the tournament's concerned, and we have to keep in mind now that everyone is only going to face each other once as well. But in this match at the moment, I kind of expected it to be this way, to be honest. It's been back and forth between the two, both of them really struggling to get a real good grasp of control in this match. But big move from Kang there, again showing strength that we didn't really see from him in the early weeks. It's 1, it's 2, and it's not 3 this time. It's not 3. Hands on the head for Kang there. He thought he had it. Brock dug deep there. He had to. He managed to do it though and got himself out of trouble, and he's back in control. That's the issue that Kang faces really every time that he goes into the ring, but against the likes of Cruz, who I believe is one of the biggest here in our universe in terms of size and strength, and there are guys like Matt Truton that he's fought as well. It just takes one really basic move, strike, to completely alter the way that the match is going. That is a huge spike powerbomb there on the floor, on the outside, and Kang is in big trouble. He is in big trouble after that. There's no two ways about it. And then that boot to the head is not going to help matters from Cruz there either. Now, I only just mentioned that Brock was in trouble. Kang's in trouble now, as he's going to taste that Prelude Plex. Is Brock Cruz about to step into cruise control in this match? At the moment, the answer is no, which is a bit surprising. It's a 1, it's a 2, and it's a no, it's not 3. We've seen that before. Kang's dug deep once again there, and he's still somehow in this match, but he's definitely hanging on now. As I say that though, nice reversal from him there, takes Cruz off his feet, and Kang this could be a desperation move here as he goes to the top roll. He had a look around, he thought about it, he did deliver the knees to the chest in the end and straight into the cover. Very smart move. Referee out of position once again, and that could have been the moment that cost Kang there, just that split second of the ref being out of position. We've seen that more than once in this universe of ours, but Kang's not letting it fluster him, and I was going to say he stays in control of the match, but again, it just takes one strike from Brock that puts him right back in control. And second Prelude Plex now from Brock to Hayabusa, and that could be all. It looks like he's going to go for the cover here. He's not. What the hell? Brock's going to the top roll. What is he thinking here? This is a huge mistake in my opinion, but he lands a big elbow to the exposed back of Kang there, and he's going to stretch that out now. That is something that will play a part if he does decide to go for cruise control in this match, which could actually be over here, but Kang wriggles free out of that one, lands the strike first. There's that speed versus strength I was on about earlier. Follows it up with a big clothesline now, and just literally choking the life out of Cruz, as once again the pendulum in this match has swung, and it swung back to the favour of HBK, but just a 1 count there. That's going to mentally probably mess him up a little bit there. And after the hecticness of this match, this is a good move at this point in the match from Kang. Just taking control, slowing things down with that little chin lock he's got on there. But as I say that again, big move from Brock. He's had to damage himself a little bit there though to get out of that. And the speed of Kang there, as nice speed from Cruz as well, who's going to hoist up Kang here. He was looking for something big. Kang felt it coming. Manages to get the reverse, and he's going to land this move again. Beautifully done by Kang, landing that inverted Olympic slam. And he's following up with offense here. I thought he might go straight for the cover. He's going to do it now. It's 1, it's 2, and it is 3. There is nothing left in the tank of Brock Cruz. And that is another example of the form that HBK is on here in our universe. He took some absolutely huge impacts here tonight. You see the second prelude plex there from Brock Cruz. You see there, Kang off the top rope, but Brock landed a big move off the top rope himself. That couldn't put Kang away either. This is a perfect example, as you see another prelude plex there from Cruz, of what I was going to say was another example of Kang really probably being the smaller man, not having to carry around as much weight, was literally just able to outlast his much bigger opponent here tonight. But whatever this man has found, whoever it is that he continues praying to at the moment, is delivering him huge results. It has to be said that he, like I mentioned, is probably the hottest guy on this roster at the moment. It doesn't matter who he's coming up against, nobody can touch him at the moment. Big congratulations to him. What that does for Brock's momentum now, as we know, I've mentioned it plenty of times before, he's a guy who thrives on wins and confidence, and he was building and building and building, and this could really set him back quite a lot. But that's not Kang's issue. That's something Brock's got to sort out for himself. Kang moves onwards and upwards, and at the moment he's putting in some stellar performances, and just wow, really. It's kind of surprised me tonight. I didn't think he'd have it in him to get it done against Brock, but he's done it. So again, congratulations to him. And of course, that being the main event means that it is the end of this episode, unfortunately. So again, guys, if you are enjoying what you are seeing right now, please do let me know. There's the like button, the subscribe button. If you do hit subscribe, I would be really grateful. But if you do, make sure that you click that bell as well, so you know when the next episode comes out. At the moment, as things are right now in my life, I'm trying to get 3 of these out a week. It's as much as I can manage, really, without trying to ruin any of the quality of them. So that's something for you to keep an eye out, so letting you know that. But again, thank you for your time. Thank you so much for being here. It means the greatest deal to me. You don't even know, guys. But again, you watching and letting me do this and knowing that you're enjoying it, it's great fun for me to make these as well. I just love the amount of creativity that there is in this game. And long may it continue. Also, the last thing, if you do like and subscribe, and you wouldn't mind just clicking that share button as well and getting this out there, we can grow it, and then hopefully that would free up more time for me to make even more and better episodes of this. But for now, I'm just rambling at the moment. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for watching. It means the greatest deal to me. I will see you all soon for the next one. Bye bye.